What's up? What's up? What's going
What's
on,
up with
y'all?
it? What's up with it?
We
We
are
in there.
back. Another
Yeah.
episode, another week. We survived, y'all. We survived the great shutdown of Facebook and IG today.
The great shutdown, man. It done
Well,
mess everything up.
I can't say we call it the great shutdown because it's happened multiple times now. So I guess we should kind of
AT&T. Who was the culprit today, man? What's happening? AT&T shut down like a couple weeks ago. Today, I mean, what is going on?
hey, I think this is, a symbol, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, this could happen on a larger scale, people. So, like we talked about last week, what are you going to do if the internet fails? If everything goes down, how will you function? That is
And
one of the questions that we
and
have
you
to
know,
consider.
and you know what I found out?
What's that?
Folks don't remember all their passwords.
Um, yeah, I'm one of them. I got a lot of different passwords. Thank God I got Apple products that remember them for me. So I
hmm
have different variations of the same passwords in some cases. But hey, I make it happen. And I was one of those people when I logged in the face when I was on Facebook and I came back and I was like, whoa, what's going on here?
I
So it
mean,
logged me out. I was like, I
did me
don't know what's
dirty
going on.
today, man. Did me
I
dirty
don't know what's
today.
going
That's all
on.
I'm gonna say. I'm sitting there like, did I? What was this password to this? Well, listen, I was stuck, and of course, brother was really late for the show today because my whole thing shut down. I couldn't remember my password, so I had to blow everything up.
Technology, technology, technology. But we're
It's your fault, Ken. You the techie. So
but we're thankful for technology because today, as you can see, we have another amazing person on the screen with us. And
yeah,
it's not Trish Michelle, y'all. It's not
yeah,
Trish Michelle. We're used to Trish Michelle being here as the lady on the cast with us. Today, we have a special guest, though. We have a
yes,
special guest, Miss Amber Jackson. She is the founder of Glitz Optical. So let's welcome Amber Jackson.
yeah, yeah.
Woohoo!
Glad
Thank
to
you
have
guys
her
for
on
having
the
me.
set.
Yeah. So, Amber, welcome to the Fiyah Session.
Thank you.
As I told her backstage, she's been on my list for a minute.
Right.
She's been doing amazing things, and I see her flying across my timeline all the time, doing events. Setting up her product different places and all over the place. So I was
Right.
like, well, she's doing something that I think people need to know about. So let's see if we can get on the show. And she was gracious enough to join us and come on the show today and to talk about her business and her
Yeah.
business ventures
Yeah.
because she
Yo,
is a true entrepreneur, y'all. She for real, for real.
I'm
I
for
mean,
real. You gotta be.
she out there grinding. I listen. That entrepreneur life ain't nothing to play with. I'm
Nope.
telling you. They tell you about the corporate life, all right, but that entrepreneur life, boy. And if you're basing it off of sales all the time, folks don't spend their money all the time. So you got to make it happen some kind of way, somehow. So
Yeah, so we definitely gonna get into that with Amber, but we want to start out by making sure that she's okay today. So, Miss Amber Jackson, how are you feeling today? How you feeling physically, mentally, emotionally? You good?
Well, I appreciate that. Most people don't start a conversation with asking genuinely how someone's feeling, and I feel amazing. I'm blessed. I'm humbled. I am optimistic, and I'm excited to see what the next season is. And thank
now,
y'all for having me.
and we
Dope, dope.
appreciate you for coming on. But I gotta. You sound like you got a little bit of Texas twang in you. Where you from?
I'm from Texas, born and raised. And it's so funny because I don't think of myself as having an accent until I talk to somebody who's not from Texas.
I mean, see, the difference is though, is I can hear it because I'm a native of Texas, even though I'm in Cali right now. I've been,
Okay.
it's a 2020 plus split. You know what I'm saying? So Texas is home, but yeah, I can hear it in your voice. I'm like, she ain't from me. She ain't from Cali. Where's she
Yeah, I'm
from?
down
Where's she from?
south.
Right.
And see, not only is he from Texas, he's from Dallas, and not only is
Yes.
he from
Okay.
Dallas, he's from South Dallas.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that means you eat Rudy's and go to Big T on Sundays and find
Now,
cuties.
now, see, I was there when Wyatt's Cafe.
I
See,
okay.
see, I'm I see. I come way long back there.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
down there on Lemon.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Pleasant Grove. You know what I'm saying?
Pleasant Grove had a Wise too. Yes.
Then we go to Wyatt's Cafe, and what was it called up there? Taco Bueno.
Yes, there's Taco Point.
So, I come from
How
way.
long you been in California though?
I've been in California. It's going on 24 years now.
Yeah,
So
for you to
I'm
mention
like,
Taco Bueno,
yeah,
I knew you've been gone a long time because it's still here
yeah.
and
Pon-
gone.
Ponchos is where what I'm
Ponchos was
saying. We
big
used
back
to
then.
hit up.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So
And
Ruby's and
Sony
all.
Bryan's back in day.
Oh yeah, Williams
Spurs.
Chicken. Now see, they used to have Chicken George down there close by Lincoln High School. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah. I come from Ken know me and Ken we grew up together.
But
So
one place that hasn't changed and that Benji always talks about is Big Daddy's.
Big
Big
Daddy's,
Daddy's is still there.
right there on Bear Street. Yeah, live
There,
right.
that and Sweet Georgia Brown.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. If
See,
you
this
from
is
Dallas, you know about those two
yeah,
establishments, whether you go there or not. You know about them.
That's
yeah.
totally two different things.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying, I'm from back there, so you know what I'm saying. It's good to
Well, welcome.
see the
You're happy
Texas
to have a
folk
little
pulling
taste
up.
of home.
I mean, when was the last time I've been back, Ken? That was like a couple years ago, July.
No, that was last summer. That was last
That's
summer, right?
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
I
last
don't go
summer.
back that often. You know what I'm saying? Really, I only go pull up and see my boy Kinfolk Ken, and then that's about it. I ain't worried about the rest of the Negroes.
I hear you.
You
All
know what I'm
right.
saying?
So Miss Jackson, we're gonna get into a little bit of your background. We know you're from Dallas now. What part of Dallas are you from?
So yeah, I was born in Waco, raised in Ennis, where my mother is from.
Ooh,
Um,
you were born in Waco?
yeah, but while my mom was in
Jesus.
college, so I don't really have any memory of that. But but my family is from Ennis on my mom's side, and so I was raised there. Ennis is not as country as it was back then.
Oh,
And I graduated from Duncanville High School, and I
what?
currently am in Garland.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. All right, not
Yeah.
bad, not bad. Now you said Wacko. Now let me ask you a question, because this is always a question I ask. Do you remember the David Koresh drama?
I don't remember nothing about Waco. My mom was in college, so I was like 1 year old when we left there. So
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know nothing about it.
All right, you safe. All
It's
right,
just
you
on my
safe.
birth
All right.
certificate. That's it.
All right, you safe, because I was just about to ask you, like, what in the world was? Because of course, we grew up in that era, so
Mhm.
Yeah.
it was always a big thing back then. So,
Well, I ain't gonna do Waco like that because a lot of my family's from Waco. So shout out to the folks in Waco. We appreciate your contribution to our lives as well, because without y'all we wouldn't be here. So
right.
shout out to y'all. But okay, so you from those different areas. You say you reside in Garland right now.
Mhm.
Did you attend college? If you did, what college did you attend? What major were you in college?
You know, I attended college briefly. I went to El Centro briefly. But the type of career that field that I'm in, it does not require a college education here in Texas. That is
Right.
not the case for all the other states. But for the state of Texas, you don't have to have a license. And so I found someone that was willing to train me, and that was 17 years ago.
Wow. That's
Okay,
interesting.
so that's interesting. So let's talk to the people about her. The name of her business is Glitz Optical.
Hmm.
Okay, so tell the people what exactly Glitz Optical is. What type of services you provide?
Yeah, so I'm an optician.
Hmm.
And what that means, you kind of can look at us as the pharmacy to the doctor. So I tell people when they say, does that mean you can do our eye exam? I say, no, if I do your eye
Right.
exam, it's going to be wrong and you want a refund. But once you see the eye doctor and we can recommend some to you, certainly we'd love to take care of you afterwards. So we fill the prescription in eyewear. We have our own line of eyewear as well. We feature other Black designer eyewear in our collection. We specialize in custom tint. We also do custom edging. As far as people want like their initials or their symbols on the lenses, we can do that as well. We do blue filter. We're full service optical. And what makes us unique is we have a mobile luxury concierge type setup.
Mhm.
A lot of our clients are busy working professionals. They don't have a lot of time to break away their day. And so Glitz Optical styles them in the comfort of their home, their office, or local coffee shop. And then we also have clients all over the world. We offer virtual styling as well.
Wow, that's pretty dope. Because I was literally going to ask about the eye doctor and things of that nature. What made you decide, you know what, this is something I want to do? Was it kind of something that you saw and was like, you know what, I want to do this, or was it like something you stumbled upon? How did that process go for you figuring that out?
The answer is yes to both of those questions. I was married at the time.
Mhm.
Interesting story. I was pregnant with my daughter, and I think I was about 20 years old, but I wasn't showing yet. And the place where I was working, they were smoking cigarettes all the time. Well, it didn't
Mm.
bother me until I got pregnant. And once I got pregnant, I couldn't stand the cigarette smoke.
Right.
And they basically told me, well, this is our business. If you don't like it, you ain't got to be here.
Wow.
And
Kick
so
rocks. Dang.
yeah. And so I remember driving to work one day and we were broke. We didn't have no money, no money. I mean, I'm 20 years old.
Mhm.
He was studying to be a police officer at that time and working as a security guard. And I remember driving to work on 35 and I called my husband at that time and I said, "Can I please quit my job?" And he
Mhm.
said, "Amber, you know you're going to be due in 7 months. We can't afford for you to quit." Da, 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 da. And I said, "Listen, if you let me quit this job," and I was just rambling at the moment because I was just so desperate not to have to go back. I said, "I'll go work at Target as a cashier. And once I have this baby, I'll go back to college and I'll get a real job. Please just don't make me go back." And I remember him saying, "Is it that bad?" And I
Right.
said, "It's that bad." He said, "Dang it, just quit then." I hung, I didn't get to say bye to him. I was so fast picking up the phone back to tell them in the
I'm
most
out of here.
smoothest way I'm out. And I bust that U-turn, went to Fuel City. It was called Riverfront then, got me some tacos and went home. But
Had to stop and pull up on them tacos, right?
yeah, I got a free day. My husband let me get off. Uh,
Shout out to the husband.
to the
Shout out to the
ex-husband at
husband.
that time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, well,
So
yeah.
ex
X, all
ex.
that, whatever.
Okay. So but at that time I did just that. I applied for Target. They made me a cashier and I was ringing people up and I saw across the way that they had an optical
Hmm.
and I would kind of watch the man in there and I was looking, I was like, oh, he ain't doing nothing special. I could do that.
Right.
And so one day I walked over there and I said, "How do I get transferred into this department?" And he said, "Well, number one, this is a separate company. We just use Target's name to look more streamlined to the public. But there is no transfer. You would have to apply here.
Hmm.
Secondly, did you go to school to be an optician?" And I said, "No." And he said, "Okay, well, do you have any formal training?" And
Hmm.
I said, "No." And he said, "Well, listen, you're cute, but this is more than just styling people with glasses. There's a lot of medical stuff that you don't see that I'm doing. You just see me putting frames on people. But there's a lot of things that you don't know about. And frankly, I am hiring, but I don't have time to train somebody
Train
from
you, right.
scratch. Yeah, so no." And I was like, "I bet." So the next time I started my shift, I asked my shift manager, "Can she put me on the register closest to the optical?" And they did. And as people were coming through my line, I'd be like, "Did you have a great experience with me?" And they're looking at me crazy, like, "You just rang up some eggs and a t-shirt. I don't know what you want me to say." They're like, "Yes." I'm like, "Great. Can you tell that gentleman over there to hire me?" And
Oh, wow.
I would send like 5 to 8 people to him every shift. By the fourth shift, he walked over to my register and said, "I've never seen somebody that wanted as bad. Go ahead and put your notice in and come on." 3 years later, I became his boss. Year after that, I became the regional marketing manager,
Wow.
and I oversaw like 5, 6 other opticals at that time. And that's how I got into the business.
Wow. Now, see, that's determination right there. To hear all of that, you
And I was
really
pregnant,
was
so I
like,
was trying to hide it too at the time.
Wow.
but you were determined, right?
Yeah.
Like, the thought I'm thinking as you were talking is you had your mind made up that, you know what, I want to do that.
Oh, him
And
telling me no was the motive. That was all I needed. Like,
right,
don't tell me no. I'm gonna figure it out.
wow.
All right. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's and see, those stories are what we like to hear. because often we're told no.
Right.
And sometimes when people get told no, they get discouraged and they back away from it. And you did the opposite, right? You knew what you wanted and you was like, nope, I'm not going to take no for an answer. I'm going to keep pushing. And to go from working for this person, working with this person, and then being their
Their
supervisor and being
coach.
over
Right.
them
Ain't
is
that wild?
wild.
Right. How you just gonna end up just running the whole thing? Like, you know what I'm
What?
Wow.
I
saying?
superseded him. And later
Yeah.
he went to work for another franchise and he tried to recruit me. And I said, now, you can't afford me no more. Stop playing with me. That was cute.
But I
Yeah.
mean, she kept her promise that she was going to, take care of business in that regards to her husband or ex-husband at the time.
Yeah.
And so honestly, just seeing the whole go-getter mentality, is that like just something you just developed, or is that something like you was just like, you know what, I'm in this position, gotta do it? Or did you get that hustle mentality from like mom or anyone around you? Who would you say is that?
Yeah, so I've always been extremely intelligent, but extremely defiant to my detriment.
Hmm.
I was taking college courses as a junior. I was set to graduate high school a whole year early, but I also missed 52 days of school because I was just doing my own thing. Like I was like, forget all this. And I say that to say my father always says, Amber, you could have been a neurosurgeon if you really wanted to, because
Right.
anything I really want to do, whether it's miss 52 days of school and still graduate with a diploma, or not show up for the whole semester and still make a 90, uh like it over time it's toxic. It's not a proud trait. As I'm older, I don't brag
Right.
as much about it.
Right.
When I was in my early 20s, I thought it was a great thing. But over time, if you do not take the time to study, it does catch up to you. So I don't recommend anyone to rely solely on talents and gifts. You must put in the work.
Right.
But that's always been my mentality is I don't want to do something until I want to do it. And when I want to do it, I'm going to get it done, even if I got 2 hours to get it done.
Hey, I could dig that because that's the name of the show tonight, Focused. So
Yes.
if we're looking at that from the whole aspect of even the business, but there is a point in your life where you just have to just like go after it and be focused on what it is you want. So I commend you on that for doing that. That's for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, but I did that for a couple of reasons now. Can't like to play on words. I like to
Yeah,
play on
yeah, yeah.
words.
We're
So,
gonna get there. We're gonna get there, right?
she was focused, but what I'm saying, without the glasses, you can't be what? Focused. You know what I'm
Focus.
saying? So,
Right. Right.
I like to play with the
I
words a
see
little
what you
bit.
did there.
Right. Right. Right.
You
Right.
see what I did there.
I
So,
I
okay.
see.
like that.
All
Did
right.
you
All
see
right.
what I did there? I see what you did
I,
there.
yeah.
I'm gonna do
And
you
I
one
see
better.
it too. Yeah.
And I'm gonna do you one better. Folks who know me, you see it. So that's my hashtag that I put on everything.
Put the
So
hashtag on it.
yeah. It's a lot of beautiful visions tonight that we're gonna place before you. But the next question I wanted to ask is, how does it feel to get up every day and do something that you love and you're passionate about? Because not everybody gets a chance to do that.
Right.
I am just now becoming passionate from a different standpoint. I don't
Mm,
know if I necessarily love this because I am a serial entrepreneur.
Hmm.
mm.
And though Jesus was an excellent carpenter, his
He didn't
purpose
carpet
was
all the
something
time.
else.
Right.
Exactly. So though I am very skilled at what I do, I don't necessarily think it's my ultimate goal passion, but it is definitely a vehicle to what my
Right.
passion is. And my passion is helping people. And
Right.
so
Mm.
I am in love and I am extremely passionate with improving somebody's space after I've left it.
Right.
That's what gives me my high, my adrenaline is leaving people better than the situation than before they saw me, whether it's an encouraging word. And with vision, I'm able to give the gift of sight literally.
Right.
So I think that's what keeps me going. When things don't add up, when the numbers don't go right, or whatever the
Right.
case may be, what keeps me locked in is knowing that people are depending on me, not only just for how they see the world, but some people are coming out of divorce.
Right.
Some people are starting their lives over. Some people are starting a business, and it matters to them not just how they see the world, but how the world perceives them. And to know that I am playing an intricate part in that through Glitz Optical of styling people and getting them ready for the next phases of their life gives me extreme gratification.
She said she was a serial entrepreneur, and when she said that, I believed it because she said it with some conviction. Because when you have those conversations, and I know this, sometimes when you love something or you're in something, like you said, it's a vehicle. It helps you. So I know in that space sometimes, like you want to do this, but then this other door opens up that maybe makes more money, or you keep this particular thing because it actually is that vehicle that pays for you to kind of do what you love even more. And
Right.
sometimes it's just the freedom of it all. Talk to us a little bit about the entrepreneurial aspect and how it can kind of get a little crazy, and how do you navigate it?
That's a great question. So I was a serial entrepreneur just recently, as of last year.
Mhm.
I had 4 Airbnbs. I had 3 cars on Turo. I am still currently a life insurance agent. And then I have Glitz Optical. And then I tried to make my daughter like me. She's 17. She wanted to go work at Chick-fil-A. I'm like, nah, we can create your own business. So I invested into a pink snow cone stand that's sitting in front of my house. I know my neighbors hate me, but it's not her passion.
Right.
So there's $15,000 for no reason. But
Oh, Lord Jesus.
yeah,
Trust me, I
tell me
know.
about it.
Trust me, I know.
Listen, I should have just told her she can go and work at Chick-fil-A. I heard
I
they pay
mean,
$19 an hour instead of
listen,
me.
these kids different nowadays. I just these
Yeah.
kids different.
Yeah, so but I love challenging myself to know that I can get things done. However, I feel like God told me I needed to stop all of it and focus on Glitz Optical, because this is where he has purpose, and purpose has to proceed doing a good thing.
Right,
Um and so I'm passionate about being on purpose and not just doing a lot of great things,
right.
so that I can excel to what his vision is for the business. And so I stopped all the Airbnbs, the cars on Turo. Again, that pink snow cone stand is just sitting there. And
Lord Jesus.
I'm a life insurance agent, so that, if people contact me, I will help them with that. And so right now, my focus right now is primarily Glitz Optical, building my team to where Glitz Optical doesn't necessarily need me, and then also helping people with life benefits, because that's
It's
not talked about enough in our community.
I would agree. I totally agree. I totally
Yeah,
agree.
we talk about that all the time. You
Yeah.
better not call me saying nothing about no GoFundMe.
GoFundMe,
Yeah,
right.
we know too many people that are out there that can service you as far as life insurance, and Miss Amber Jackson is definitely one of those people.
Yeah. And
So if,
also accumulating cash benefits while you're living.
yes,
Every benefit is not just for when you pass. You should be able to
Right.
reap something now or pass it
So
down to your children while you're alive.
so the Affleck duck ain't lying to us, right? He telling us, you know what I'm saying, you could get some
I don't know
cash when
about
you get
Affleck
injured,
Duck.
right?
Well, yeah, if you have like a disability or accident or something like that happens, but people definitely there's ways to generate future income, even if you're on a teacher's salary. Most people think they have to put up this astronomical amount, and the key is just getting started. So,
Mhm.
I want to venture more often to that lane, again, because it aligns with my purpose of helping people
Right.
in a grand way. So anything that I know that I'm going to impact someone's family, whether it's through sight or through life, or financial benefits later, that's what I'm all about.
Okay, so talk to us a little bit about Glitz Optical, because I'm sitting here and I know you got the fly glasses on. So talk to us a little bit about the process and how, what I'm saying, you get the frames, you do this, you do that. Talk to us a little bit about that, how that goes.
Yeah, so what makes us unique is we only carry brands in our optical that are either by Black designers or people who think about everybody's facial features when designing their product. And that is truly up to my discretion. That's why I love being the owner. I used to work for a very high end company in LA,
Mhm.
and I would sit
Shout
in the
out
big
LA.
and I would sit in the design room on what is that called? That street starts with the V.
Well, the only one, if you're thinking, I'm thinking of Bunton back in Texas, but you said Cali, so.
No, it's Cali. It's gonna come to me. Starts with so it's not Venice Beach, but anyways. But I was sitting in the design rooms there, and I could tell that the eyewear was not thought about with everybody's facial features in mind. Like I have a very slender nose and I have a prominent bridge, but my daughter, her bridge is super flat.
Right.
So and she has higher cheekbones than me. And then so I wanted to make sure that I am not selling a product simply because I need a paycheck. And now I'm trying to force you to buy something that I know darn well don't fit your face well. And you're just going to buy it just because it has this high-end name attached to it. So one of our goals is to change the way people look at what's considered luxury, because if something is not fitting your face well, I don't care if you paid $900 for it. It looks
It don't look right.
No.
Yeah, right. It don't fit you. It don't look good.
Yeah. So I and also if you buy cheap lenses, there's no need to buy a $800 frame and your lenses are cheap. So, just with the education on that as well.
So if they got the big, you know what I'm saying, if they got the big face, you know what I'm saying?
We got them covered.
And the equator head, you know what I'm saying? The ears a little bit stretched apart, you know what I'm saying? You can fix it to their face. Like how does that
we don't fix it to their face, but we work with brands that cater to everybody's facial features. So one of the things that we hear almost on a daily basis is, oh my gosh, I wasn't expecting to find so many pieces that were going to fit me well. I thought I was going to have to settle. And so whether someone has a petite face or a larger head, we want to make sure that they've got something that can fit them well, regardless of their head shape, their cheekbones, their nose bridge. That's what we're known for.
See, we got y'all. She got y'all covered out there. You know what I'm saying? You got the big face. You know what I'm saying? Your cheek. You know what I'm saying? She got you covered.
And see, that's a lot of detail that I'm quite honestly, because I never wore glasses. I never had to wear glasses throughout my life. I just started wearing, shades when I got older. So I never put any thought into, like you said, the shape of the nose, the cheeks, and things like that, how the glasses actually sit. So when you see people, in school back in the day, when we have, people just with the big glasses and they have to keep pushing them up. That's because the glass they weren't fitted correctly.
Yeah, correct. Yes.
Yeah, so that's a lot of thought that goes into glasses now that it's changing my whole thought process of it, because also all three of my children wear glasses. So I had to, look at it and say, I don't know nothing about it. So we go to the doctor, we go to the eye doctor, we go to these places and they get their glasses. I'm interested to see the processes because I'm like, I never had to go through that. So there's a lot involved in it. And what I was going to ask you too is, so with the lens, do you all go to a certain manufacturer to get the lens, and then you have the frames? Like how do you put the frames with the lenses, or do you all supply all of that?
So Glitz Optical, it just depends on the person's prescription and what they are telling me that they need. We have different vendors that we pull from to create what they need, and then we cut everything here in-house.
Okay. So them Glitz, them from your shop, the ones you got on right now?
They are. This is one of our brands.
Of course.
I would hope so. You know what I'm saying? So represent. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Now, if I walk, how does the process go? I contact you. I contact Glitz. How do I reach out to you guys? How does that process work? I don't know nothing about this, and I'm trying to figure out how to get some dope glasses like you. How does that work?
Yeah, so people can go to our website, glitzopticalonline.com. We do have some frames online that people can shop and check out if they want. However, you see the best of the collection when you book us in person or do a virtual styling if you're not here in the DFW area. And so we have over 100 styles that are not shown on the website, but the website is really just to give people an idea of the type of looks that we can do. We're trying to combine the convenience of shopping online with the professionalism that you get in person.
Okay.
So that is the reason why we are different than other online opticals as well, is because there's no professional that you can look at, talk to, gives their opinion. You know, when you may see a frame online that you like, but if your prescription's a certain number, they're not going to tell you, hey, just to let you know, this lens is not going to look right in this frame. They're going to sell it to you because they just try to make a sale. Versus when you shop with us, I'm going to say, hey, you know what? You've got a really high prescription, and this shape is going to make the lenses look thicker in the corners. I recommend this now that I'm looking at your face. Now that, you know, so it's a more tailored experience for people who are more particular about what's on their face.
Oh, over 100. So
Styles, yeah.
you can style ugly people, cute. Now, did I just say ugly? Dang.
Come
We
on,
all
man.
You style
grace in the
everybody.
eyes of the Lord.
Facially challenged. You can style anybody. Now, in this, have you ever ran into somebody that actually made this process like difficult, or is it a seamless process? Like, is there somebody that's just like super all over the place? But how seamless is the process when you're dealing with someone?
Yeah. So thankfully, we have over 1,000 clients so far. We've been in business for 5 years.
Okay.
And I don't think I've had just some really, I mean, I probably had like maybe one or two clients that no matter the amount of money, I probably wouldn't go back and see. But other than that, no, the process is super simple. You know, people can go online, they can shop what's there, they can book a free consultation with me. There's no charge for that. Or they can book us to come in and show them the glasses in person. And then we also travel around the United States. So,
Okay.
you know, if people want to book something privately for their, I had one place in Atlanta, they wanted to book us for their coffee shop. And so we flew out there,
Mhm.
you know, and did a private event there as well. But no, I haven't really had any difficult clients because I'll just refund you in a minute. I don't, it's not that crucial.
She's like, I ain't fooling with y'all.
Nah,
And
nope,
and
none of that.
and just for the audience sake, I went ahead and put her website in the
Yes.
comments. So if you all take a look in the comments, the website is there, so you can either copy and paste it, or some of you all may be able to click on the link, go right to her website, check it out. You know, you can dual screen, you know, and check it out right now, or you can wait till after the show is over because you don't want to miss any of this information. But please visit that site and make sure that if you are in need of glasses, that you take a look and you strongly consider her, because she's got some dope stuff, right? So she actually has some stuff that she said that she's going to show us tonight while
Right.
we're live on the show. So you all are getting the most of the experience, right? She does this for a living, y'all. So
Right. Right.
don't take this
Yeah, we for
time that
real.
she's spending with us
Professional.
lightly.
Yeah.
Professional.
So I'll just show you guys a few pieces. That y'all can see, and the pieces may not fit me well because obviously everybody's face shape is different, but
It's all
just so
right.
that y'all can see the types of
Oh,
eyewear that we can do.
okay. All right.
We also offer blue filters. Some clients are like, hey, I don't need any prescription glasses. That's
I
right.
just
But
want the
if
blue
you're on,
filter, which is the
yes, if you
ones for standing in front of your computer for a long period of time, right?
yes, if you're in front of a digital screen such as your laptop, iPad, cell phone, watching TV, any of those things more than 4 to 5 hours, you should definitely be wearing lenses that have blue filter. Um, this is another one of our peers. If they want to be
Okay.
blinged out, this would be great as a sunglass. And again, we can do custom tint work. We can do two tones on the lenses. And then if people just need another reason to shop with us, we take part of our proceeds and put glasses on kids who can't afford it. We have a
Oh,
program for anyone, any nonprofit organization that has a 501c3. If you would like to partner with Glitz Optical, getting glasses for $40 a piece, complete pair, frame and lenses, for your community or things like that, please hit us up at info@glitzopticalonline.com. So part
I
of the
love
process,
I
go ahead.
love that. Please put that in the chat somewhere or whatever. Like put
Yeah,
that in there
info
because
at glitzopticalonline.com. We're currently working with Fort Worth Police Department. May is Vision Month, and they are going to help sponsor putting glasses on elderly people who have a hard time coming out of their homes and things like that. So if you have a 501c3, inbox us, let us know the need, and we have a special rate of $40 framing lenses. That includes the frame for the client, the lenses for the client, and we ship them to them all for $40 each. So
Now, you did say also that you can work state to state, right? Like you're just not Texas based. You can actually operate in California and several other states, right?
yes, so we can go to other states as well. Some states need licensing
Right.
to operate out of. California is one of those states that you do need a license to operate out of. But it is nothing for me to hire an optician for the weekend.
Right.
That's in California as I'm going there to visit.
And you would be able to be on a vendor list for events and stuff like that, correct?
Oh
To
yeah,
bring
for
your
that
product.
for sure. Yes,
Yes,
because we're
perfect.
not doing business in California
Right.
or on a regular basis. I'm just flying in for an event. Same thing will be at a women expo in Atlanta, and so because the lenses are being filled here in Dallas, we're able to go even into those states where it's a little bit more difficult.
Awesome. I love to hear that because when you're doing events, fellas, ladies, gentlemen, you got the product where she can get it to you for your big face and you know what I'm saying, your equator head. She can fit you properly. She's gonna give back to the community with your 501c3s, and she can operate from state to state. So great opportunity here. And she's modeling those products, and you should see those and check those out for sure.
Yeah, those are some nice glasses, man. And I've always been a fan of glasses, even though I didn't need them. I was one of those corny dudes back in the day that would sometimes have on glasses with no lenses just because I like the look.
You
I
Just
like
like
the
have
the
the
little
look
look.
look.
with I like the look with with certain tie on. You put your glasses on, nice frames. Didn't have no lens in it, but
Yeah.
it's about the look. But as I get a little bit older, I have grown to appreciate sunglasses where I
Yeah.
go. So I have a collection of sunglasses. So definitely have to get with her to maybe develop something for Big Ken, especially. So when y'all
Yeah.
see me, it ain't nothing nobody else can say they got. Only I
Now,
got it because she did it especially for me.
now we're gonna have to get with you because we're gonna need our own glasses, just like Ken said, for the show. So you can hook brothers up too, right?
Of course, we have a whole men's collection. We have a lot of celebrity clients that use us, so we're happy to create some
Yeah.
custom pieces. And we also do polarized lenses. Some of our clients play golf, and they need something that's going to help them see that ball down the green. So we have special lenses for that. If you like to hunt, if you need to go out and shoot, there's all kind of things that we can do. If you need safety glasses, if you're working in a factory, we do those as well.
Okay,
Oh,
so hold
see,
on.
now that
So
just opened up
yeah,
everything right there.
because hold on, you said polarized. You got to because again, I ain't never had glasses, so you got to break that down for me. What is the difference in that versus a regular lens, and how does that help somebody see the golf ball and everything else?
Great question. So when you go to the corner store and buy glasses, sunglasses that are $15, $20, maybe $40 if you felt fancy that day. In the US, that they are all have to have UV coating on
Right.
the lenses.
Right.
However, so you'll see it says 100% UV coating. You'll see the little sticker that you peel off the lens or a little tag that you take off. By law, that coating just has to be present at the time of sale.
Mm.
So what they do is they literally spray that coating on there. And
Mm.
after you wipe it a couple of times, the coating is no longer there. So
Right.
now what's happening? Your eyes, God has naturally designed us that if I walk into a movie theater room or a dark space, my pupil expands to allow more light in. When I go outside without sunglasses, my pupil constricts because I don't need that much light in order to see. When you put on a dark sunglass that no longer has the UV protection coating on there, you're tricking your brain saying this is a safe space. You can now open up
Hmm.
to allow more light in. And it's actually worse to wear cheap sunglasses than to not wear anything at all.
Mm.
Because you're giving a false sensation to the brain that it is safe by putting on those dark lenses because now your pupil is opening up and you're getting those harmful rays. The good thing about shopping with Glitz Optical is that our tinted lenses are baked in UV coating for 24 hours before we even
Wow.
start applying any color on it. So we do not, that's the difference between, if you see, why is this sunglass $200 and this one's $30? The difference is the process and what that lens had to go
Took to be
through.
made.
Yes. So the UV coating, when it's baked on, it will never come off, versus the cheap ones, it's sprayed on. Now, when you get into polarized lenses, when you put on a dark tinted glass, if I put on a gray lens, everything is going to look relatively gray or going to have a gray hue to it, whatever I'm putting on my face. When you put on a gray polarized lens, your greens are still greens, your reds are still reds. They are the absolute best for driving. Once you wear polarized sunglasses, you won't even want to wear another pair of glasses. They're also ideal for driving when the sun is not out. Sometimes we only think about wearing sunglasses when it's sunny, but not true. Even on overcasting days, and it's slightly raining, when you put on the polarized lens, it will help separate the water from the asphalt and kind of give you more depth perception of where the slicker parts of the road is on because of that design in the lens. Maui Jim is one of the originators of the polarized, um, patent, and that they have the original patent on that. So that's why they're so expensive. When you wear a polarized lens on a golf course, it is cutting down virtually almost 100% of the glare. And so that ball becomes extremely sharp, to the naked eye because of that type of lens. So that's the difference. Your colors remain vivid regardless of the color of the actual lens.
Now she
Wow.
said them joints is baked on, and so for 24 hours, all right, and it doesn't wear off. So
Yeah.
you're not getting a cheap pair of glasses with her, right? You're getting the premium care. You're getting specialized for that fat face of yours, and all of that. She hooking you up, y'all. Y'all gotta jump on it and hook it up.
Yeah, no, that's great information because like I said, I didn't know any of that stuff. Like,
Right.
I like I said, I have a large collection of sunglasses, and I did notice that some are just way better than others. And just like with anything in life, once you discover the better things in life, you
Right.
you kind of stick in that area. So you put that other stuff to the side. So there are a lot of glasses that I had to trunk because I'm like, man, this is trash. Like,
Right.
once you know better, you do once you know better,
Once you
you
know
do
better, you
better.
do better. Yeah. And then
Yes.
with us, our custom tints are only $60. So it's
Right.
not an astronomical price to do a custom tint work. And then we also have a program for small business owners.
Mhm.
So we're passionate again about helping people. And I noticed that a lot of my peers who have small businesses, they're not really able to offer medical benefits, let alone vision benefits.
Mhm.
So it's hard to stay competitive for employees that are qualified to do the work if you are not able to offer some of the same benefits that other larger corporations can offer.
Right.
So, in order to help small businesses stay competitive, we have created a free vision discount plan.
Mm.
Um, so typically, an employer has to contribute a portion for the benefit, and then a portion will come out of the employee's check towards those benefits as well. With our discount plan, it is absolutely free for the employer to sign up, and he does not have to contribute to it. And it is free for the employee to sign up, and
Mm.
they don't have to contribute to it. And it is good for them and everyone in their household. So by them signing up, they instantly, if you have a small business, even if you're a business of one, you're still a business. So if you've got an
Business, right?
LLC, we want to help you scale for in the future so that as you grow your business and hire new people, you can say, listen, we do offer a vision
Right.
discount plan with us. Go ahead and sign up. Here's the link. You'll instantly get $50 off any frame and 50% off of all of our lenses. So we offer that as well to
And
small.
that website information again is what
Glitz
info at?
Optical. So our website is glitzopticalonline.com for employers who want to sign their company up. At the very top, you'll see it. It's not bold. At the top of the website, it says employers click here for the flex discount plan. You'll click that. It'll take you to a new landing page that is designed for businesses.
Now this one is a personal one for me. All right. A brother getting old, so you know what I'm saying. I need to get me some glasses for reading.
Yes, I already
Like
knew.
I'm staring at glares, da 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 da, but doing that all the time. But I don't want to go to them big old words in my scripture. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to use the magnifying glass. I need something that would help me personally. What would you recommend for those who just want reading glasses?
Great, great question. Number one, please, y'all, stop going to Walgreens, CVS, Walmart, and saying, nope, I need a bit stronger. Nope, I need a bit stronger. Because what you're doing is you're self diagnosing yourself. And when you go to an eye doctor,
Mm-hmm.
it is going to be very difficult for you to get used to your real reading prescription.
Mm-hmm.
So the problem is when you go to Walgreens, CVS, or whatever and pick up readers, they're going to say plus 75, plus one, plus 150. The problem is you probably don't have the same prescription in both eyes. So you're
That's true.
making one of your eyes overcompensate for the other. And long term, it has severe damaging effects on the eyes when you're just, programming yourself to work like that. The other part is most people have an astigmatism.
Mm-hmm.
So, and reading glasses do not, over the counter reading glasses do not equate for that. I do recommend them if you're going to put them on temporarily and take them off, then it's fine if you want to pick up a cheap pair of readers. But if you're going to be like, reading for hours at a time or constantly use it, you definitely should go see an optometrist and get a actual reading prescription for you that is made for your
Specifically for
eyes.
you. Right.
Yes. Otherwise, by the time you realize that this self-diagnosing isn't working anymore, by the time you go see the eye doctor and they give you your prescription, you're gonna have a very hard time getting adjusted to it and arguing with the doctor saying this isn't right. Well, it is right. You've just been over diagnosing yourself,
Right.
over prescribing yourself
In a
Wow.
bad way, so to
in a
speak.
bad way. Yes.
Especially if you're, because I'm read a lot, and sometimes I'm wearing glasses, and sometimes it's comfortable, sometimes it's uncomfortable, so I take them off, and they're prescription glasses, but I know you can't keep the same glasses for like 15 years. You got to actually change them up from time to time. Is that true, or
Yeah. Well,
is that
yeah. I
just
mean, your
a thought?
prescription changes as you get older. So as we get into our mid 40s,
Mhm.
even if you've had perfect vision your whole life, your reading your eyes are going the opposite way. So your reading is going to start to become a little bit more challenging. That's going to happen to every single person, regardless if you've had the most perfect vision your entire life.
Mhm.
As you get into your mid 40s, some people can hold off into 50, but it will happen. You will need help with reading.
Right.
There's also, a no line progressive lens. So even if you don't want to be that type of person that's taking them on, putting them on, taking them on, putting them on, they have lenses their doctor can prescribe you, that there will be no prescription at the top and then the readings at the bottom. So that way, you can keep on the glasses the entire time. But my dad, he's an architect. He looks at big screens all day. And so he doesn't like the progressive because that has three viewings in one. He prefers the whole lens to be dedicated just for reading or just for computer use. So once the doctor sees you, you can talk to them about your lifestyle needs and they can write a prescription for you for us to follow when we're grinding it into the lenses.
That makes sense. I like that. Hey, y'all, listen. She know what she talking about.
A little bit.
You know what I'm saying? So don't y'all be walking around here blind. You know what I'm saying? I know somebody. I ain't gonna say no names. You know what I'm saying? They're real close to me. My wife, and she likes to grab these Walgreen glasses and going on. So I'm gonna mess with her right now. She be grabbing these things,
No,
and they
tell her
don't
it's
work.
2024.
Man, listen. I'm gonna be your customer for real because I need some glasses. Like I ain't gonna even lie to you. And I like the idea of having the personal evaluation, being, and then you get to pick, from hundreds of frames. Usually, when you go
Yeah.
in a place, they got them grandma looking frames, and it's like, listen, man, I ain't finna walk around with them things on. I'd rather be blind than
Yeah.
have.
And then we take part of the proceeds and help kids who can't afford it.
Right,
So there's so many different layers to this.
right.
I had one question I want to go back to right quick because like I said again, I'm big on sunglasses. So you said there's a custom tint. So when you say there's a custom tint that you can do, so if I had glasses that I wanted to turn into sunglasses or something like that, or add tint to them, I can bring them to you and you can apply the tint to them.
Yeah, we don't just work on our own product. As
Mm.
long as you have a quality ophthalmic frame, meaning they're not cheap, they're not going to melt when we start working with it. But
Bro got them Gucci glasses from the side of
swap
the
me and
store,
then blame
and
me
then come
because they wore. You know what I'm saying? I done told you before you came. We finna find out what this really is in just a second when I start
Hey,
heating it up.
don't y'all be bringing them swap meet Gucci glasses up to her spot. You know what I'm saying? She gonna expose you, all right? Not
Well,
intentionally, but
Not
she told you.
intentionally. I
well,
told you. But yeah, if you've got a good quality frame, absolutely. We encourage people, don't throw it away. If you had some frames you spent $400 or $500 on, but you're tired of that look and you want to do something different, change the lens out for $60. Give it
Right.
to someone as a graduation gift. You can recycle good quality frames and just put a new look into it.
Good Lord, I wish I would have known this a couple years ago, because I done got rid of some good pair of glasses, man. I
Yeah, you
bought
could have did some custom tint and gifted them to people.
Man, now I would have been wearing them joints. Forget that. Man, listen, because again, I know the idea when you go to optometrists, if you can have 20/20 vision, but if you got astigmatism in your eyes, like your eyes are going all over the place, and if you hooped or you play basketball and you got scratched in the eye and all of that type of stuff going on, like you go in and next time the doctor sees the scratches on your eyes, so he's got to change your lenses. So sometimes you just throw the frames away and be like, forget it, because they don't really work no more, and you got to get a new set. So
And to that point, I want people, especially men feel like if I see well, there's no need for me to go to the eye doctor. And that is the furthest from the truth. Um, Early signs of diabetes, blood, high blood pressure, and other things such as cataracts or glaucoma are all detected through the back of the eyes. So you can go to the eye doctor and they can tell you you're borderline diabetic before the symptoms really appear, just by looking at the nerve
gosh,
system and the retinopathy of the back of the eye. So even if you have perfect vision, please go and get an eye exam. At least they say once a year, at least once every 2 years, and go ahead and pay the extra $20 to be dilated, because a lot of things you can prevent and change the course through your eating habits if you are just aware of what's going on with you.
yeah, I definitely am an advocate for that too, because you know what? Not only do I see it, in my life, but I see it on my check stub at work. You know what I'm saying? When they take that money out for that vision at work and that health. Yeah, I'm going to the eye doctor every
You
year
know what I'm
because
saying?
it's free.
Yeah.
right,
And if it's free, it's me. I'm going to
Yeah.
do it, and I'm going to take advantage of it because they're charging me for it, and it's part of my package. It's part of my
right,
my health insurance.
right.
So just like you go to the doctor, fellas, you should be going to get your eyes checked. Like Miss Jackson said, you should also be going to get your yearly physicals and all that good stuff. Because and next week your boy will be 44. So I
Brother
gotta make
getting
sure
old.
I gotta make sure my stuff is on point. So hey, I'm just letting y'all know your boy go to the doctor
Yeah.
on a regular
You,
because
you
I
get
because
you getting close to colonoscopy age, bro.
hey, this ain't an episode about that. This is about Glitz Optical. It's about Glitz Optical. Okay, hold up. Okay, so I wanted to ask you this too. So if I'm a customer and I come in and say, for instance, like I'm a huge fan of Wu-Tang Clan, right?
Mhm.
And I have a design in my mind of what I want the glasses to look like. So can you all make that come to fruition for me, like a design that I just drew up? Like, what does that process look like, and what are my limitations?
Yeah. So though that sounds extremely cool, unless you have a whole factory in your office, it's it's difficult to
Okay.
do that. It's extremely expensive. So we are not making custom frames. However, we can customize the lenses. And also the beauty of shopping with us is we take your HSA and FSA money.
Hmm.
So if you have flex spending or if you have a health savings account, even those who may not think that they can afford us can afford us.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, she did say her the services sometimes are $40, $60.
Well,
Y'all good for
it's
$40.
$40 only for people who have a 501c3 to
Right,
help the community.
right,
But our regular customers, that ain't that.
right, right. There you go. I'm finna say because y'all folks,
Just to
y'all
be
know how
clear.
y'all is
Just to
about
be clear.
$40.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You know,
just to
no,
be
no,
and
no.
clear.
Our
you saying
frames range.
$40? No,
No.
listen to
Our
the whole
frames
thing.
range between 120 and 140, which is still
Very
very
Yeah,
reasonable.
it's
reasonable,
reasonable.
less than a
Yeah.
pair of Ray-Bans. And our lenses, we're always running some type of special, and these are very high quality. It's not like shopping at a Costco, Walmart, JC Penney's, America's Best Buy. These are extremely high quality lenses.
Right.
At a fraction of the cost because we operate as a mobile concept. So since we don't have the overhead, we don't pass that on to the clients.
I like that. I dig
Okay.
that.
So I got to get back into sunglasses, right? I think a lot of people, look at sunglasses as being this cool thing, and they look great with certain outfits, or they look good when you're driving in your car. Certainly, you get the top down. But can you talk a minute just about the importance of sunglasses and why people need them?
Yeah, that's a great question. So, typically, we are all going to eventually get cataracts. Cataracts is that small white gray cloud that starts to form over your cornea, and you will probably have to go and get cataract surgery. Um, what sunglasses does is it prolongs when you have to do that. So it slows the progression down of cataracts. I used to work for an ophthalmologist, which is higher than an optometrist. They actually do surgery on the eyes. And so many people are having to have surgery, cataract surgery, in their 60s versus 75 and up when you really should, because they were not wearing protective somewhere. They thought it was just a luxury. They thought it was something that you just do if you feel like it. But no, and also if you have light colored eyes, you're more susceptible to get cataracts at an early age. So definitely, if you're putting on sunscreen on your skin, your eyes need sun protection as well. And a fun fact in America, when you go to their eye doctor, if they tell you you're starting to have a cataract forming, it's going to be in the left eye because we drive on the left hand side. If you were in Australia, those people have the cataract starting in the right eye first because they drive on the right hand side, and that light is coming in that way.
Hmm. That is
Interesting.
that is interesting. I wouldn't have
Yeah,
never
I can
thought of
believe that because one of my arms gets darker than the other in the summertime. This Texas. Even though hey man, I went and had some of the best tint put on my vehicles last summer, and man, this Texas heat is something else.
Yeah.
So yeah, you
I,
definitely if the sun is doing that through a car window tint, imagine what it's doing to your eyes if your eyes are
Yes.
unprotected. So
right.
you definitely need to protect those eyes because guess what? Yeah, nobody's gonna want to be bothered with you as you get older, trying to motor you
And you can't
around.
see.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah, and
So
I'm
I
you
tell
glad.
people Stevie Wonder with all his money still can't see. So you only get one set of eyes. Take care of yourself.
And summertime, spring break, all of that stuff is coming up. You need your glasses, and
Yeah.
you want to look cool, especially if you're in California. To my California people, you know what I'm saying. You might want to, you know what I'm saying, go on and check this out because you know what I'm saying. She got some dope glasses. I'm just telling
yeah,
We
yeah.
appreciate that.
you. I'm
All
just
right. So my next question is there anybody or anything that still that motivates you? Like your daily motivation when you get up. What's driving you? What's your why?
Well, my why is ever changing and ever evolving, and I think that as your business grows, it needs to your why at the core needs to evolve. And so, my why used to be, I do this to help people. Well, now that as I'm expanding, I now have a team of employees, and so I do this to hold myself accountable to them. I feel like if people are taking time out of their life to believe in my vision enough to, um, see it to the next level. I owe it to them to make sure that they are where they want to be. So, my team and I, we don't just talk about Glitz Optical when we're having our meetings. We literally talk about what streams of income do they have and some of our marketing strategies. I help them to tie the things that we do for Glitz Optical and apply it into whatever business that they have as well. Because a lot of our employees, they have, other jobs. And so they're just doing this as well. And so my job, I feel like, is to coach and develop them as they invest their time in my business. So my why is attached to bringing people off of their corporate jobs and allowing them to see themselves working in a way that they don't have to ask anybody permission to go see their daughter's tennis game.
Right.
So I am passionate right now about creating spaces where people can create their own schedule within our company and have that freedom to just enjoy their lives as well.
I like that. I like that.
Okay.
Now, I probably should have asked this earlier. How did you get the name Glitz Optical? What made that come to fruition for you?
Yeah, so at first, Glitz Optical was called Glitz on Canvas Optical, but we thought that name was too long. I
Right.
had a partner at that time, but the idea is that people's faces are literally our canvas, and
Right.
we are considered like artists. We are bringing the glitz. So our
Right.
slogan is we provide the glitz. So the glitz is the glasses and to the canvases of the faces that we are working on. So that's how we came up with Glitz Optical.
I like that. Good job. I like that. Glitz.
Thank you.
Okay. Get
All
your glitz
right.
on. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm
And
saying?
for all the fat faces, she can hook you up.
This guy.
I'm telling you.
All right. So another question I like to ask is, you say you've been in business for 5 years, or a little over 5 years now. So that means that you were in business during the time of the pandemic. So how did the pandemic affect your business?
Yeah, we actually started in March of 2019. And we are, like I said, a mobile luxury concierge concept. And so I was so worried when the pandemic hit, but actually that's when my business boomed the most
Right. Right.
because people were not going out to opticals. They did not want to see a lot of people, be around a lot of people. And so, this made it convenient for people to still get glasses, still try them on, instead of them going into a public setting where people are touching everything and you're exposed to all these germs. They were able to invite one person to a controlled environment like their home, where they know, what's going on in that environment. I would travel with hand sanitizer, gloves, masks, and then I would sanitize all the product after seeing each client. So that is really what kicked us off was the pandemic.
Wow. And believe it or not, that's interesting because a lot of online businesses and things of that nature did kind of spring forth a little bit more during the pandemic. And so to hear that it kind of, was better for you, it's kind of the theme of the pandemic when we talk about a lot of businesses and interviewing them on this show.
Yeah.
Okay. So my next question is, what's the most difficult thing about working in your field?
The most difficult thing about working in my field, I would say, nothing is really difficult to me in this line of work. Right now, we are wanting to keep up with the growth uh, the growth of the business can only go as far as deep as the structure of the business is, the
Right.
behind the scene. So marketing, we got clients, we got all of these things, but I needed to hire people because I am not proficient in all things. I can do a lot of things, but I'm not proficient. And so as the business is growing, I had to hire people, like actually have an HR department, and actually have an event coordinator. So that way we're just not getting by, but operating at a higher level. So
Right.
that's what has been the most challenging, but it's rewarding to see that once you slow down and work on the back end, it makes the transition, it makes the professionalism come across to the client, and it takes a lot of the stress off of me as well. So I am in a space of transitioning, of empowering others to see clients and making sure that, things on the back end, as far as our organization, our operations, logistics, are in tow.
I like that. I like that.
Okay. Okay.
I dig it. Glitz Optical, y'all. I'm telling you, get you. I'm going to go to the website myself.
Yeah,
Like
they
I
can
said,
visit
I
us
need some
on
glasses.
Instagram and
Need me some
Facebook as well at
Yes.
Yes.
Glitz Optical.
And
Yes.
we're definitely the group of guys, the team that supports. So even being on this show, even going forward, we see your stuff on our page. We're going to share it. We're going to promote it. We're going to add our followers. We're going to put it out there. That's one of the great things that we do here is our team supports who we bring on the show. So we appreciate it a ton because I need some glasses. I need to read a little bit better. I'm just gonna say these ain't working no more. These ain't
No, they're not. They're
They ain't
not.
working no more. These ain't working no more. I'm just saying.
All right. So Miss Jackson, what's your ultimate goal? We know you say you kind of have a lot of different ideas and everything, but what's your ultimate goal? If you could talk about that briefly.
My ultimate goal is for Glitz Optical to be an entity that no longer necessarily has to be associated with my name. It's just Chick-fil-A is good. You don't care who the president is. You don't care who's working in the back. You know that you're going to get this particular service every single time. And so my goal is to get Glitz Optical not to need me, to really invest in people so that it doesn't need me in order to be successful.
Okay.
Put them glasses on and go out there and tell folks. Be like, look here, I got these glasses. And they'll be like, oh, all right.
Yeah, I think that's the highest compliment when you're somewhere and you somebody stops you and say, hey, where'd you get those glasses from? And you can say Glitz Optical.
Glitz Optical.
You know
Exactly. So that's why I
like,
tell people I don't get a thrill off of selling you something that I know it's not going to fit you well, because you're literally my walking advertisement. So if it doesn't look well on you, that doesn't do anything for my business.
That is a fact. I like that. Glitz.
All right.
Glitz. We're gonna get y'all. Your face is the canvas. You know?
Yes.
Yeah. Big face, big, all of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to go get you. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid. You know what I'm saying? She can handle big heads, small heads, narrow faces, everything. Just like y'all avatars on Facebook and going on. You know how she can hook you up and get you the right pair of glasses for your face. So you ain't doing this all day, pushing them up all day. All
right. So are you working on any other big projects or business ideas that you can share with us? Because I mean, we like to get in your business just a little bit, but if you can't, I mean, we understand, some stuff is top secret.
I will say Glitz Optical has a lot of great things going on. Shout out to the Dallas Black Chamber of Commerce, the oldest Black chamber in America. We have their full support. So with them, Glitz Optical is going to be doing some incredible things. And then, again, I'm a life insurance agent. So that is my next project that I will be pushing a lot with our team. So I also want to help other people get their license as well.
Like that. I did that.
Okay. Yeah, because definitely need all of that. Definitely need to be able to see
insurance
and definitely need
glasses,
all that. All right. So we'd like to ask our guests this one last question, right? So is there any type of advice, anything motivational that you can leave with the audience?
I would say, don't be afraid to fail. You were born for a reason, and you need to fail often until you figure it out why you're here. I'd rather fail 100 times than to be an old shriveled woman and say, I wish I would have tried this, but I just didn't believe that I could do it. Right. Or, I didn't have the courage, or the kids, or the husband, or if I was this, I would have did that. You've got one life, give it all that you got, live full so that you can die empty.
Now, one thing you ain't gonna do is fail when you go get them glasses though. Because she's going to do that special exam for you. You get what I'm saying?
I know. I'm not doing no exam now. It's going to be wrong. You're going to ask for a refund.
Yeah, see?
But after you do,
she going to get that frame and stuff for you, though. She going to get
She going
to hook you up.
And just make sure that people understand she's not going to do the exam for you.
Right.
But once you go to the doctor and you get your information, you get your prescription and everything like that, just like you go to the pharmacy, you take it to Miss Jackson, you take the Glitz Optical, and she can get you hooked up, and then y'all can pick out some frames and she can have you looking nice. Yeah. That's why I said frames. I ain't say frames.
Right.
Frames
for your little people and all of that.
Yeah.
Too.
And we
Yeah,
do
go.
private events as well. So, like, if you've got a party of 6 or more, we bring wine and champagne for everyone. If you have 10 or more people, we fly to you for free wherever you are. If you want to do something like that, I've had people do that, and we cater a chef in. So there's different things there's different ways to skin a cat and make sure you and everybody in your household is taken care of.
We're gonna have her at the next event. You know what I'm saying? Float
Please,
around. I'm just saying, got the sip of paint coming up. You know what I'm saying?
they
We got all kinds, yeah. So definitely that was one of the reasons why I asked that, because we host events and so forth. So we're always looking for vendors to come out. And so I think that would be a great idea.
let's talk more about it.
Yeah, yeah,
Perfect.
definitely. We make connections on this
Yeah, we
show,
do.
and shout out to Christy Redmond. Christy Redmond was on the show. She's also a client of Glitz Optical. Our audience, well, I know they'll remember her because she's the lady who owns Mansfield Funeral Home here in Dallas, in the Dallas area. And
Oh,
she
so
always,
she had them
yeah,
she had
she
them
always has on some fly glasses, and she's
right.
a, Glitz Optical.
Glitz Optical. See, look
Glitz
at
Optical.
did she just pop a collar? Was that a pop? Okay, I
That
see.
means I'm old.
I caught that out my peripheral. I
Only
saw
old
that.
people still popping their collars.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, I got you. I seen that. I was like, all right. I was like, I need
Yeah.
the new glasses because I didn't catch the whole thing. I'm just
There
saying.
you go. Yeah.
I got it now. I got it. We
Got
straight.
it.
All right. So before we let you go, can you let the people know how they can reach you? I know we put the email address in the comments. We put the website in the comments, but can you just run your spiel down again so they can understand how they can get in contact with you?
Absolutely. You can certainly order glasses online or also use the website to book an appointment with us in person or virtual. It will give you those options. It is glitzopticalonline.com. If you want to kind of get a quote before you do the whole process, you are more than welcome to take a picture of your prescription and you can send it to info@glitzopticalonline.com. You can also text it to us at 214-494-1974, and one of our professionals will review your prescription and kind of give you a quote so that you know what you're looking at.
Solid.
All right. Y'all, hey, this has been an amazing and dope interview. We learned a lot for real. Like we learned a lot this episode because like I said, your boy ain't never had glasses before, but hey, like she said, eventually I probably will. So it's good to know
Cataracts
all
taken
of this
care of.
information for sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
Get your left eye taken care of. That's probably why that girl was called Left Eye, because you know what I'm saying. She had cataracts in the left eye. I
It's
don't know.
possible.
It's very possible. But that
Yeah.
that whole listen, she ain't giving y'all that 24-hour spray stuff on your glasses or that fade off when you wipe it. 24 hours is baked.
Yes. It's
24 hours
baked
when you
onto the
change.
lens. That's right.
Yes.
For all
Yes.
intent.
For sure, for sure. All
Yes.
right. So before we get up out of here, we want to again thank Miss Amber Jackson for joining us.
Yes.
Um, my guy Benji Banks, the man, the brand. If you want to talk to the people before we go and let them know where to find you as well, my guy.
Man, listen, it's first off, thank you, Miss Jackson, for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Amazing interview, definitely very enlightening. I had no idea about the spray thing on the glasses, and no wonder. And I didn't know a whole bunch of stuff. So we're grateful to have had you on, and look forward actually to supporting your product and putting it out there. But y'all know where to find me. Instagram, BRB4701. See, I was typing so fast, I put 4702. All bad. You know what I'm saying? But listen to me, BRB4701. We were going live on IG as well. And you can find me on Facebook, Benji Banks. Can't miss it. Ain't too many people got my name, so you can't miss it. So go check us out. As always, check out the Fiyah Session, like, subscribe, and continue to support.
Facts, facts, facts. Well, y'all already know who I am, Big Ken. Y'all can catch me at Big Ken's Comedy on IG, Big Ken's Comedy on Twitter, Big Ken's Comedy on Facebook. Y'all can also follow the Fiyah Session on all social media platforms. Just type in FIYAH Session. We'll pop right up. Make sure you go to the YouTube page and hit that like and subscribe button. Hit that little bell while you're there. So anytime we go live, anytime we have any new content, you'll get notified. If you're on Facebook, if you're on IG, same thing applies.
Right.
Make sure you get the notifications so you don't miss a thing. And again, we appreciate Miss Amber Jackson for joining us. Glitz Optical is what it is. Y'all make sure y'all go to the website. Y'all make sure y'all email her any additional questions, and y'all go spend some money. You know what I'm saying? Spend some money. That's
Connect
what we
with
about.
us on Instagram as well at Glitz Optical.
Yes, Instagram as well. So we'll thank you all again. We thank you all for tuning in. Tune in next week for another live episode, and we will, let me say this.
Shout out Patricia.
Yes.
She was handling some business, and definitely prayers going up to you and the family and so forth. But just want to shout out our lady on the show.
Yes. The lady of the house, she had to miss out today. We'll shout out to her, and we're praying for her and her family. And also, people, keep in mind, we always tell you all this. If you have anybody that you want us to interview, or have any topics that you want us to cover, or questions that you want us to ask and find out any information, hit us up. We'll do the work, and we'll have it, on the show so you can be educated. As we always say, we like to put the medicine in the candy for you.
Sure.
So, you know what I'm saying? We're going to give you some education, but we also going to give you a little bit of entertainment as well.
A little bit of entertainment.
Make
you laugh. Just a little bit. Or maybe a whole lot. Depends on how big your face is for them glasses.
All right. And and we appreciate y'all for tuning in. Y'all already know it's the Fiyah Session. Peace. Thank you for joining us today. Please follow us on all social media platforms. Just search Fiyah Session.